Good day everyone, my name is Paul Virtudes from Bachelor of Science Cooperative Management, and now I will be discussing to you how the media has affected globalization since we are in Generation Z, which is a high-tech generation. So before that, we must unlock the definition of media and globalization. When we say globalization, it is the word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies, cultures, and populations, brought about by cross-border trade in goods and services, technology, and flows of investment, people, and information, while media are the communication outlets used to store and delivered. The mass media are today seen as playing a key role. So we have two types of media, the traditional media and the new media. In traditional media, we have used like books, magazines, and newspapers, while in new media is using digital technologies such as internet. This consists of telephone, computer, social media, mobile phone, and internet. Internet, it is being able to communicate faster and forwarding the information in the most distinct in the world. According to Musiza Shakil, it says in the world today, media was become a necessary food and clothing. It has played a significant role in strengthening the society. Media is considered as a mirror of modern society. In fact, it is media that shape our lives. So the main point effect of this video is how does media affect globalization? Globalization is that promotes an increased interaction between different regions and populations around the globe. It immensely helps us to spread information, communication, connect all together from all over the world, like technological development advancement. And the most visible effect of globalization is wide communication, introduction of newspaper, magazines, internet, and TV. So people the world how live unshattered social boundaries of the world. It is not only trimming this transformation in all terms of our lives closely, approximately, so it is the media that creates the experience global share time. Especially by informing people around the world about events that they can share communication and give a people chance to contact other people in distant location, whatever the time is. So globalizing TV shows and films mainly influence people nowadays, showing them the way to understand social identity, cultural communities, and the wider roles in which they live. We must not forget the relationship of the two, which is the media and globalization, which is the other global is a spread of facilitated by technology and cultural exchange and interconnectivity in nation. So in return, a spread of information and knowledge leads to number 1, technological advancements, and number 2, it will be more greater communication. We can do the globalization through the lens of online news media. We can have the global access to news and immediacy. So now, the last point of this video is all about advantages and disadvantages of media and globalization. So first, the advantage of media and globalization is countless. We can participate creatively and actively to share our own opinions in media. Just like in Facebook, we can post on our own emotions, we can do and write on Twitter, and also free communications discloses different information and benefits from its speed and usage. And one of the disadvantages of media and globalization is that while some believe that media globalization will bring forth a homogeneous global economy and culture through the integration of local and national authorities into a global network, media globalization has a negative impact, harming global culture, interrelationship, and society as a whole. A reminder to those students that in their daily lives revolve around social media. No matter what platform we use, we must not forget that social media is only a tool for communication and interaction that need to be correctly used. We must also be mindful of usage. That means we're being socially aware of making respectful by doing posting, sharing, liking, and any of what we use in social media platforms. We must use social media wisely and mindfully. On top of that, be more responsible. Thank you for all listening and to this video, and I hope you learned something from it. And also, be mindful and responsible of using social media. Thank you.
Once the world was at peace, and its beauty was absolutely stunning. The forest was vast, full of trees, providing us food and shelter to live. The animals were freely living. Everything was so clear. The air was so fresh. The water and the sky was clear and blue. The land was clean and the grasses were green. Indeed, the earth was a beautiful place to live.
Mother Earth is a living in the universe that concentrates energy and life, while giving shelter, life, without asking anything in returns. She is the past, present, and the future. But suddenly, all of that changes.
The trees are cut down, which result to global warming. The air is polluted. The water is contaminated. The soil is poisoned. Look around. The roads, rivers are full with so much garbages, and most are plastics. Plastic here, plastic there, plastic everywhere.
However, the use of social media is one of the most powerful tools of the 21st century to solve environmental problems. In the past decades, social media has become one of the most powerful tools for sharing information, including to promote environmental sustainability. There are some negative impacts of social media nowadays, but there are also lots of positive impacts of social media. It can be utilized as tools to promote awareness regarding various current environmental issues in much faster way and to a large mass within a very short span of time. In short term, social media has given lots of help in promoting our environment. It became the essential marketing and communication tools to help preserve our environment across the globe.
To understand the business politics means it is important to understand what politics means. What does it use to politics? It simplifies describing to all certain problem and creating solution that involves variety of different opinions and interests. Politics is where policy, opinion, personal ambition, and power are all mixed together in order to fix different issues, and politics is driven by elections such as local election and general election. The 2022 Philippines general election took place on May 9, 2022 for executive and legislative branches of the government, national, provincial, and local, except for the barangay official. There are 10 candidates battling to replace Rodrigo Duterte as a president.
Bongbong Marcos Jr., the son of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos, is leading local surveys here.
Dapat na po ay pagpatuloy ang ating kilusan hanggang tayo'y makatagumpay.
Analysts say he's been using social media to rewrite history for many years. Vice President Leni Robredo is leading the fight for the opposition. Before joining government, she was a human rights lawyer and a development worker. Her campaign theme, Radical Love, has garnered widespread support across the country. But her biggest challenge, how to fight the widespread disinformation attacks thrown against her.
Kaya, tara na, ipanalo na natin ito.
Senator Ping Lacson has the longest experience in government among all the candidates. He was chief of police and he was also senator for many years. But many question his human rights record and his support for the controversial anti-terror law. Mayor Isko Moreno's story is quintessentially Filipino. As a boy, he scavenged for food before becoming a popular actor.
We wish for better things for our people. Sana makaraos na tayo sa pandemyang ito. Yun ang pinaka-importante ngayon, yung buhay at kabuhayan ng tao.
His performance as Manila mayor has inspired so many, and many see him as a formidable candidate. But many also question whether he is truly ready for the presidency. Renowned boxer Manny Pacquiao says God will pave the way for him to become president, just like in his boxing career.
Samahan ninyo ako dahil ang laban ni Manny Pacquiao hindi laban lang sa sarili ko, laban sa pamilya, kundi laban ng bawat Pilipino.
Here's the total tally for President, Vice President, and Senator.
Ikaw ang presidente ko, Bongbong Marcos, ikaw ang presidente ko. Ang karapat dapat na maupo, ang isinisigaw ng bayan kay Bongbong Marcos tayo.
Karapat na, mahalal karapat dapat na magtagal sa serbisyo. Kailangan ka ng mga Pilipino ng isang katulad mo para sa tunay na pagbabago. Ika'y aming hiling na di pa natutupad, isang munting hiling na maging realidad. Makapiling ka namin at kami magabayan, ika'y masuklian at hanggang suportahan. Nakita kasi namin ng iyong mga sakripisyo, pagbibigay pag-asa, pagtulong sa mga tao. Ituloy nasimulan ng iyong ama, ibalik ang Pilipinas sa dating masagana at masaya at may pagkakaisa.
Our new President Bongbong Marcos has the right to lead our country. He will make it peaceful and far from troubles. And the way he speaks, it's so powerful and truthful. I can see that he has a good intention and good heart, which make people like him.
Gusto niyang matupad ang lahat ng kanyang plano. Magandang hanap buhay para sa walang trabaho. Sa oras ng pangangailangan nandyan ora mismo. Kaya kaming lahat kay Manong Bongbong ay saludo.
Economics plays a role in our everyday life. Studying economics enables us to understand past, future, and current models, and apply them to societies, governments, businesses, and individuals. Economics seeks to solve the problem of scarcity.